Hi, Mama Russell here. Today we're going to learn how to make protein bites. And so I've got all the ingredients ready. We're going to start with a half a cup of honey. We're going to take 3 cups of either old-fashioned, which I like because they're a little more chewy, or instant oatmeal, or quick cooking oatmeal. Okay, we have 1 cup of peanut butter. Every time I make these different, so this time I just look in my cupboard and see what I have, but I didn't have any flax seed or chia seeds this time. And so you could add whatever. You could add raisins. I'm not a huge fan of raisins. They kind of make me gag. So, but I had some coconut, so I'm gonna add some coconut, and of course chocolate chips. Always got it. And then of course I have my protein powder. I add 1 scoop of protein powder. And then I'm just gonna start to stir and incorporate all of this together. So like I said, you can put raisins, craisins, coconut. I mean, you can make, any type of trail mix you could make into an energy bar. Now, the oatmeal gives you some good filling parts of this. The protein and the protein powder, the peanut butter and the protein powder offer protein. The coconut, I did use sweetened coconut this time, but normally I use unsweetened. It just saves the sugar because I do add chocolate chips almost all the time. But you can add dried fruit, cut up dried fruit, whatever it is that you want, and you stir, and it takes a while. You just kind of have to keep pushing it all in because we had the honey on the bottom. And the only reason I did that, normally I would just dump it in, but I wanted to show you I didn't want to have to take the time to scrape it out. So I'm gonna add a little bit of almond milk to mine because it is a tad dry. So I'll do that. When you make these, you're gonna want to keep them refrigerated. All right, and you're just gonna make little bite-sized pieces. You don't want them too big because these are actually kind of high in calorie. And so you've got your sweetener, but the protein part will help sustain that, and you just go from there. So once we have this stirred, and I'm just gonna keep stirring it. This is kind of hard on the arms too. Shouldn't have lifted weights this morning, wow. Okay, let's see, do I have a bigger one of these? No. And if worse comes to worse, you can just get your hands in there, squish it all together. Okay, if it comes out too sticky, you can add some more oatmeal. If it comes out too dry, you can add either more honey or you can add a little bit of almond milk. Okay, you can, in the place of honey, you can put maple syrup. So if you like Halloween time, you can make pumpkin spice ones by adding some cinnamon, some nutmeg, because those flavors go well together. Okay, all right, once you have that done, you are going to take get some of this stuff out of my way. Okay. I use parchment paper, but you can use wax paper. You can use just a glass pan if you want. I tend to just use my hands because it's just a little easier because you can make them stick together. Okay, and then you put them down. Whoops. And you just keep doing that. Okay. Might be a little too gooey, but we're gonna try this. Better gooey than dry is my... When they're too dry, they're too difficult to eat. Okay, and remember, you don't want them super big because these are pretty high in calories. So just because they're protein bites doesn't mean you can go and eat like 10 of them in one sitting. Or, if you're having a snack, you're just gonna put them all, in a bowl and start eating them. Okay, this is not quite working. See, sometimes things work and sometimes things don't. Maybe I didn't stir it up enough. Okay, that's better. All right, so we'll squish it together. You could also use one of those scoops like for making cookies. I don't own one of those. I'd rather just use a spoon, to be honest, but the scoop would actually help with this, with the melding of it together. Okay. So after you have them, you know, you get all of them in your protein bites, you stick them in the refrigerator, let them set up, and then put them in a container, an airtight container that has a lid, and then they'll last, you know, about up to a week. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoy this recipe. Try it out. It's usually a lot of things you just have hanging around the house. Have a great day.